Hey everybody, and thanks for stopping by Slay a Tree Thursday. This week is frosted and frozen, and this week been, it has not gone my way, okay? I had a vision. I had a very specific vision, and I think that's my problem, is that I had a specific vision. So my vision was like soft and like gentle blue against a white sparkly background, kind of that illusion of ice and snow. Yeah, okay, so I've made this tray 4 times. I'm pretty sure I've made it 5 times, but I've made it 5 times. Here, let's go through the trays. I'll show you what I've made. Okay, we have this tray, which was a complete and utter fail, and still leaching glitter. Delightful. Then we had this tray, which was reminiscent of tadpoles in a creek. No. Okay. Then we had this one, which, yeah, I don't even know what that is. Okay. Then we had this one, which was closer. Still not exactly what I was looking for, but closer. Okay. And then we had this one. And this one I like, except for this. Do you see those white blotches? I could have loved this tray, like loved this tray, had it not been for this, and that little tiny piece. Everything else I could live with. And honestly, I could probably fix this by coming in and adding like a little bit of like this foily resin in there and covering that mess up. I could. And I might do that anyway. But we're going to pour this one more time because we can. Let's go with that. Okay. So, what I've learned, so many things. I have learned that this mold is a workhorse. This mold is magical. It tolerates so much nonsense. I've learned that. I've also learned it is a magnet for all things. Dirt, dust, hair, glitter, I mean, you name it. And that mold is like loving it. So I'm just gonna take some tape and clean out some of these big hunky chunks of glitter because we don't need the big glitter in there. If there's like little flecks or something, that doesn't bother me because we're gonna put glitter back in it. I just don't want a bunch of big chunks. And the stuff around the edges can just stay there because it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna try something. We're going to kind of go with the same thing. We're going to put some of this in there. This is stunning. Check it out. These are like shards of this like just beautiful holographic paper. Okay, so we have that one. That's from Olive's Glitter Outlet. It's called Simon, and it is gorgeous. Then we're going to put a little bit of this in there, not too much. I like it, but it can be very overwhelming. So this is like a beautiful silver color from PDB Creative Studios. And then we have this one. This is so good. This is so perfect. Ice, like, look how beautiful that is. Like perfect winter ice, just stunning. And I can't even tell you where it is from, because I don't remember. I've had this for years. All I can tell you is the name is Clock Strikes Midnight. So maybe we could Google Clock Strikes Midnight and glitter and see if we could find it. But really stunning. I don't get to use it a whole lot, but I thought that it would be perfect for this. So let's mix up some glitter. No, sorry, let's not mix glitter. Let's mix up some resin. And then we'll put some glitter in it. And let's try to, clean up some of this mess as we go, which is really funny because I don't even know why I bother, but I'm going to. Okay. All right, so this mold takes a little bit over 8 ounces. So of course my cups are only 8-ounce cups. So I'm gonna use a big cup, which feels a little wasteful, but we're gonna use a big cup anyway. And I'll pour in a little extra and we'll make something else to go along with it. So I am using my very favorite Timu resin, you guys. You guys know that I love this stuff. I have nothing, I can't even say anything bad about it. It's inexpensive. It's very liquidy. It's really good. Is it the best for like top coating and things like that? No, but is it really good resin for everything else? I've loved it. I don't know how it's going to handle, you know, time and what it will be, how quickly it will yellow and things like that, because I've only been using it for maybe a year, but so far so good. So far so good. All right, so I'm gonna mix up, what do you think? 11 ounces. And that way we have a little bit extra for some little treats. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up and I'll be back. Okay, so resin all mixed and beautiful, virtually bubble-free, not completely, but virtually, getting close. So I want to do something different too. Not only do I want to do the glitter, but I also want, do you guys follow Claire over at Claire's Crafty Corner? I'm pretty sure everybody does, right? So she does this thing where she does like chuck it all in, where she just like throws a bunch of stuff in there, which is awesome. It makes me nervous because I struggle with doing anything like that because, well, I just do. So I thought we would give that a try today and just see how that goes. So I'm just pouring some resin into these little tiny cups that I'm going to pour some glitter into. And that way it'll make it easier for us. And I just put the paper towel over the top of the mold so I didn't get the mold dirty on the inside. All right, so I'm going to take, I think I want this chunky glitter, the shards, to be the most. So let's grab some tweezers, and that's a good amount, I think. And the silver, I don't want as much, so we'll just put a little bit of the silver into this cup. It's kind of like a bluish silver. I don't want to put too much in there, so just a little bit. And then this blue one we'll put in this cup over here. I want a little bit more of that. So I want the most of the shards, second most of this like really gorgeous blue, and then the least of that silver one. And I want to add some of the Let's Resin Mica in this really pretty blue shade. Just a little bit, like here and there. Like not a lot, right? Just like little bits. So I think that's enough of the blue. Then I'm just gonna wipe my stick. No sense in dirtying up multiple sticks. And then I'm gonna use this white, crystal white mica powder. This has got a really pretty like shimmer to it. And then I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it kind of all around the tray. So that's about, there's about 8 ounces in here right now. I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna add some white pigment paste. I don't really want the back to be sparkly, which is why I'm gonna use a pigment paste instead of a mica powder. You know, mica powder does that, you know, that effect where it's sparkly, but then it like pulls in. It's really important that you always mix up your resin really well. Anytime you add pigment, mica powder. I don't think it matters as much with glitter, but definitely with your pigment and your mica powders, your pigment paste and your mica powders, you want to make sure it's really well mixed in. Claire at Claire's Crafty Corner does this, and I wanted to try it, so we're going to try it. She puts down her mica powder, and then she comes in behind it with alcohol and sprays it. Now, she does smaller spray bottle than this, so we're going to wing it. She does like 20 sprays. I'm going to do, I don't know. We'll just wing it and see. Oops, I don't like that. It's not supposed to be doused, but it's supposed to be wet. Okay. I think that's not doused, but wet. I think. I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys think that's not doused, but wet? I do have some clumps over here, so I'm just going to break those up, which might not be the idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So then we're going to take our add-ins, this gorgeous glitter, but we have to be fast, right? Because you don't want that alcohol to dry. And then we're going to come in with this glitter one. This is just our silver, so we're just going to kind of drizzle it, I think. Doesn't really matter where it goes or what it does. Okay. Oops. And then we're going to do the same thing with our light blue one. Remember, we're going to come back in, but with white behind this, so. I think my mica powder is drying already. I should have put more alcohol on it. So then we'll just come back in with the white behind it. I am going to give it a squirt with some alcohol before we do that. Because I think that white right here on the front of that mold is kind of just like doing its own thing, but we'll see. And I'm not doing this again, you guys. This is it. This is all I'm doing. No more. I made this tray 18 bazillion times. So I am just going to hope for the best on this. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. I did pop it on the heat mat for like 3 hours just because it's so cold in here and it was still pretty bendy even after 12 hours. So a little heat mat never hurt anybody, right? All right, so I'm crossing my fingers that this is not a total nightmare. If it is, I bought some holographic nail stickers to put on there. All right, let's do this. I am going to clean that mold at some point. It's disgusting. All right, so we have some around the edges, which we'll take care of. Oh, okay. I love this. I love it. I actually love it. And you know, I rarely ever say that, but I love this. I really like those shards of glitter. I'm just going to pull this off because it's going to drive me crazy until it's done. So hold that thought 1 second. So, I have no words. I love it. I love it. The only thing is like there is a splodge. There's a couple of splodges of white, but that right there is where I think, remember when I sprayed the alcohol and it was on the mica and it looked like the mica was dried on the mold? Either I didn't do it fast enough. So it is what it is, but I can live with that. I love it. Like, I think it needs nothing. Yeah, I love it. I think this encapsulates frosted and frozen, at least what I wanted frosted and frozen to be. So I love this. Okay. And oh my, it is so noisy in the background. And I am so sorry the heat kicked on because it is blasted cold here. What on earth? It's been like in the 50s and then all of a sudden it's like 30. I know, it's winter. I should just stop yapping. So this tray, I love it. It's a little bit different. There's no pink in it. So, you know, I thought about going the frosted and frozen with some pink vibes, but you know what? I went traditional and we did some blue and some silver. And I really think it turned out so pretty. Of course, now I have 6 of these trays that are all similar, which awesome. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but yay. I will show you what those other trays look like at the end. I think the two that we ended up top coating turned out really pretty. Go check out the other creators in the description box below. Just click on the playlist and go check those out. Some amazing people who are always a part of this. Huge thank you to Beverly and to Kathy for letting me be a part of this every week. I love you guys, and I'll see you in 2 weeks where we're going to do Valentine's Day with no hearts, and we're going to go kind of dark, kind of witchy, kind of almost anti-Valentine's Day. I will see you guys in 2 weeks.